Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get on with the show, I wanted to let you all know that the CodeO-cast has an audio version for all of our episodes now. Sometimes lives just can't allow us to sit down and watch your favorite YouTube shows, so hey, why not just enjoy it while you're on the go? You can go check out our shenanigans through audio only on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, and Radio Public. Give us a follow and enjoy the chaos. Stay safe, y'all, and I'll see you on the next episode of the CodeO-cast. What the? The heck's in your mouth?
It's a quesadilla, my guy.
Roll the intro. Oh no. Alright, that's... Oh yeah, I forgot. Done this show for so heckin' long and I still forget about the sync. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, gosh darn it. Alright, that's cool. That's fine. I'll remember. I'll remember. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of the CodeO-cast. My name is Omar and I am here with...
Codes.
And Eladio returning back.
Ooh. Woo, 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 woo. New challenge. Oh, it's not a new challenge. It's not new. It's
Old
just,
challenger
It's just
approaches.
old challenger. Bro.
Beanie, 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 beanie.
Pew, beanie, beam.
My hands were in a completely wrong area. They're over here. It should be right here.
All right.
enough.
Close enough. Anyways, Eladio, how you been? How you been, my guy?
Good. Work's been
Good.
treating well.
Treating you well. Did they give you benefits?
How well?
How well? How well we talking?
They don't.
Oh, that sucks.
I might have a back injury.
Oh, you have a back injury. How bad is it?
I wonder why.
It sucks.
It sucks. But like, what happened?
Nothing happened. It just kind of due to stress.
Due to
Lower
stress.
back gave out.
Lower back gave out? How long have you been dealing with this, though?
About a month.
About a
More or
month?
less.
That's not nice.
No, it's not.
But besides that, how you been spending your time?
Working.
Working?
Slipping. Eating.
Slipping, eating. Oh, I heard slipping, like slipping, like falling, slipping.
Maybe.
It's just that Omar's so used to typos at this point that even in normal dialect, he still flips some letters around.
I do actually, from
He's
time to time.
illiterate.
No, maybe. The power of editing is on my side on this one.
No fapping.
No. Did the door just creak?
The door kind of did just creak.
Right? No, I'm not stupid there, right?
Roger, he heard the sound of the fapping and he came
We
up.
summoned Roger with the fappening.
Exactly.
None of this is making it.
It's the fappening.
Uh,
There was just a door creaking, and nobody was here. This house is haunted.
I got a question.
apartment's
I got a
haunted.
question for you. So the topic of Sword and Shield, the Pokemon game, came up last week, and you weren't here to defend your stance on it, whether it was good or not. So, Freddy claims that a lot of people in online say it wasn't good. Was it good or was it not?
Personally, I did kind of enjoy it. Story-wise, like, could be better.
Well, what was the story? I think that's what people didn't like. What was the story?
From what I got out of it, it's more so like about the Dynamax phenomenon. But yeah, like the whole thing about the Dynamax and the darkest day that happened in game like 3,000 years ago that apparently caused chaos in the region.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why all the Pokemon start growing giant because of Eternatus. And then, Rose determined at the time he wants to like create the darkest day to gain power again, but like,
Okay.
obviously it's going to create another destruction of the world sort of
Okay.
type thing.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I got from it.
So you're just stopping this one dude from ripping off a Naruto plot?
Guess you could say that, yeah.
It's just Naruto.
The world shall know pain and Pokemon.
That's the wrong dude.
I don't care. I just wanted to make that reference.
That's the wrong dude, you weeb.
I just wanted to make that
It's
reference.
the wrong dude.
I've never seen Naruto.
You should.
Neither
I've
have
never
I.
seen it. I only saw like the original like Naruto series, and even then it was like the first few episodes. That's all I saw.
Well, what's the most you got to watch from Naruto?
I know there's a ramen guy. I know Naruto says Date Bayo a lot.
Oh, you poor child.
So just
And Sakura is just a simp
You've never lived.
for Sasuke. And Sasuke doesn't acknowledge her.
You've never lived.
And Naruto like does shit for Sakura, but Sakura doesn't see shit, and then Hinata is just staring at him going, Naruto-kun, the entire time.
That's your mic.
I guess, but it sounds like you're just watching, like... What was that stupid video that sums up Naruto?
I mean, pretty much that's all I saw. Whatever summed up in that video is all I saw.
I feel slightly insulted.
I mean, I haven't seen it since I was like... How old is Jetix at this point?
Oof, how old is Jetix? I remember watching Power Rangers on that. That's how old it is.
Dude, Jetix from 4Kids.
Jetix!
That's where I watched Naruto. It was like either 4Kids or Jetix, one of those two.
Jetix!
Probably Jetix.
We're sponsored by Jetix. Put a gift right here.
Oh, if only. That little logo, the Jetix! The way it flips around and turns into the logo.
Put the gift right here.
On my face.
There it is. My quesadilla is pointing to
But
it.
anyways, I think that the legendaries in Sword and Shield were pretty lazy. I think they were pretty lazy in concept-wise.
I mean, with the story, it kind of does make sense with the inspiration behind them, but like, I do agree, like, design-wise, they're kind of meh. They're just doggos.
Well, did the region take place in, like, medieval timey stuff?
No, it's actually what people speculate to be far ahead in, like, the current timeline of games compared to, like, Sun and Moon.
Also, there's a timeline.
Somewhat.
Wait, what? Okay.
Very complicated.
Is it more?
Explain this to me, because I would like to know the timeline, because I thought these games just happened not in chronological order, but they happen in succession, you know?
Is it
like, first is first, second is second, third.
Is the timeline just as crazy as Link or Kingdom Hearts?
No.
Tell me
No.
that. at
I'm sure
least.
it's not.
I wouldn't say it's that crazy.
I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough detail.
Yeah.
I know about the Pokemon Human Wars. I know about that slightly, but not enough. But I know about it. So how's the timeline go? On your own understanding, how does the timeline go?
Well, from like a video I will watch.
Okay.
Apparently, the timeline goes like from the Kalos War.
Yeah.
Like that happened like 3,000 years ago or so.
Okay.
Took place like around the time that the Darkest Day happened.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like 3,000 years later, come the events of like Red and Blue.
Okay.
Or Red and Green.
Yeah.
In the Kanto region, then you got Gold and Silver.
All right.
Then at the same time, that's when Hoenn is happening, like with Ruby and Sapphire.
Okay. So at the same time of Gold and Silver is when Hoenn starts.
More or less.
They're in tandem. Okay. Okay, and then after that?
Well, Black and White, it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly, but for sure, like 2 years after that, Black and White 2 takes place.
Obviously.
Same with like X and Y, but like people are saying that happens a little before Red and Blue, and then Sun and Moon, obviously, since like Red and Blue are 20 years older, so it'll take place like after that. But like it's still kind of a mess.
So there's no point to it. Because
No,
I mean,
not really.
In a few games do you actually get to go to other regions, right?
Yeah, just
like
one.
Just one? Which one?
Gold and Silver, Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Where do you get to go? To the old region?
Yeah, Kanto, Johto. Or
Okay.
Johto to Kanto.
Johto to Kanto. Okay. Aside from that, there's no point of having a timeline then. Black and White and X and Y could happen in a totally different universe, and it would be totally fine because there'd be no connections then.
Well, I mean, people do speculate there's like, I guess, in lower region
Mhm.
that those two regions are connected,
Mhm.
Unova and Kalos.
Yeah.
At least on the Pokemon World map.
Okay. I remember when I actually tried to get into Pokemon because it looked fun, and because a lot of my friends in like elementary school, everyone had it. Everyone either had some form of the card game, the actual game, and they were just showing off their best Pokemon, which I'm sure they didn't even catch. Probably someone else caught for them. But
Yeah.
now looking back, because as a kid, I don't think those kids had the skill required to catch those things, much less the understanding of how Pokemon like stats worked and all that. Regardless, I wanted to get into it, and it's around the time that Black and White started coming out. And so I remember back then all the trailers and all that, and then the confusing marketing because Black, you got Reshiram, which is the white-looking Pokemon, and then White had Zekrom.
The switcheroo.
Yeah, they pulled the old switcheroo, and but I knew what I wanted. I wanted Zekrom, but I still got the wrong one because I asked for it. I think for my birthday or for Christmas. My parents got it for me.
You asked for Black and you got Black.
Yeah, you got Black. And they passed it to me. I'm like, oh, this is Reshiram. It's not the one I wanted. But, in retrospect, Reshiram's start screen of Black and White is much cooler than Zekrom's start screen.
Yeah.
And I think looking back, even Zekrom kind of looks a little weird. Like the way he kind of looks like he has a cone head and his light bulb butt that he's got is all electric. Like the black and blue does not look bad, but compared to the fiery red mixed with white, look much cooler with Reshiram because he had like I don't know what he had, like bunny ears, like saggy bunny ears just drooping down. That's the way he had like saggy bunny ears, and he had like his kind of like a wyvern looking thing because he didn't have arms, right? Like his wings were his arms. On the other hand, Zekrom had arms and wings, so. Maybe I'm just biased because I had Pokemon Black, and I went through the story with Reshiram, and he pops up at one point, right? He's just a stupid orb that you're carrying for the entire game, and at some point, yeah, and just like
the end.
I know, literally the end when all my Pokies are like 60, 70, and now he pops up, and he's like, "Oh, I need you to win." No, I don't. It's like all my team's stronger than you at this point. I just need to catch you for story purposes. Oh my gosh, I just remember. You know what the most annoying Pokemon to catch? The ones you can only run into once.
The roaming legendaries?
Yes. Pause. Gotta pause for this.
You rambled like a long time after the timer stopped.
That's fine, we have that angle.
That could work?
Yes, this one stopped, but we always got that angle.
And a one, and a timer.
And a 1, and a 2, and a skibbly bibbly boo. The point in the timer so I can always have that angle going. You're doing a good job. I'm sorry. I get heated because of those stupid roaming legendaries. I forgot what their names. All I knew is that it was a bull. It was a bull looking thing. It was a Verizon because it reminded me of Verizon, the phone company. That's what it was called, right?
Yeah, Verizon.
Verizon. It's called Verizon. It's a stupid Verizon. It should have been I don't know. It's Verizon, whatever the heck it's called. And then the blue looking deer dog.
Sponsored by Verizon.
What's it called?
Put
Cobalt?
the gift right here.
Cobalt?
Yeah, Cobalt, Verizon, and Terrakion.
Yeah, those losers. It's stupid. I had to get into a cave for one, have to find another one in the forest, and then every time, like, I don't know what I was doing because apparently we lose. I don't know if because you can not save the game and do it again, right?
No, you can save in front of them.
You can say, okay, that's what I was doing. I just went back to my last save and then just keep going and then just keep going. I forget. and I would just keep going because I was getting so freaking frustrated. It's not because they were strong. They would just leave after a certain amount of time, and I'd be like, gosh darn it!
I mean, those wouldn't run away.
Were they not?
You're talking about Entei, Raikou, and Suicune.
Oh, yes! Those idiots!
That they'll run across the entire map, and then as soon as you battle them or encounter them, like, they'll just flee.
Yeah, those losers. Or how about Thunders, Landers, and Tornadus?
Oh, yeah, those guys, too.
Those idiots, too! You know how long it took me to freaking find... what was it? Tornadus, because that's the one that came out in black, right? That's the one that you get in black. I had to walk to this stupid town where apparently he's tormenting, and then sometimes you would get the notification. It's like, oh, there's heavy winds or heavy storms at some part of town, some part of the region, because it has to be specific to a town in the region. And then you get there, and there's nothing there. And I'm just like, gosh.
Yep.
Anyways, what was your most frustrating encounter with a Pokemon?
I would say the first trouble I had was my first playthrough of Diamond trying to catch Dialga.
What was so bad about Dialga?
It's just so hard for me to catch.
Why?
Well, one, I couldn't poison him because he's steel type.
Okay.
And two, like, I was so unprepared because that was like my first ever Pokemon game. Technically. So I had no idea I could paralyze him. I didn't have any balls. So it's just like tricky.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that you could like go back and catch him afterwards. I thought
Wait,
you had
you can?
to catch him in the story. Yeah.
Ah.
Like you could go back and catch him.
Does that mean you would start the game all over again to do it?
Not the game, but like after that point. Like
Oh, okay.
From that point.
Oh, so you would just save before you got there? Oh, okay. Makes sense. I see.
But it just took a long time for me for some reason.
So what's like you say? I know you're pretty good at Pokemon now. So what's kind of the game where you got the hang of it?
I would say X and Y is when I started, at least for competitive play,
Okay.
getting the hang of the
Finally
IVs,
getting the hang of it.
EVs, stuff like that. But like in Black and White, I did know more about abilities, natures, the hidden abilities. More or less kind of beginner stuff.
Dude, we're all here talking about IVs, EVs, and stats and all that, and Cody's literally over there like, I like him for an ape. It's your favorite, right? You like him for an ape. Chimchar? You like your Chimchar?
Chimchar's fucking beast. The hell are you talking about? You know what Pokemon pisses me off the
Which
most?
one? Which
fucking Bidoof.
Why? What's so stupid about Bidoof?
Because he's everywhere. I can't go a single fucking step without running into a Bidoof, and the Bidoof won't fucking die.
Well, what's the game? What game does it
Bidoof
pop up?
in Pearl?
In Pearl?
Bidoof is God. Bidoof is God.
It's a little fucking derpy beaver.
I don't remember that.
I always run into everywhere I go. Like I would be like, okay, I saw a Pokemon here. I almost caught it, but it ran off. Let me see if I can catch it. No, it's just like 1,000 Bidoofs. I'm like, are you kidding me? I would move to like a completely different area, and there'd be a fucking Bidoof right there to greet me. I'm like, God damn it, get the fuck out of here. I already have like 3 of you bastards.
Wait, really? I played Pearl and I don't remember that.
Well, maybe you were a lucky one because that shit happened to me.
Yeah, Bidoof and Bibero, its evolution were pretty common across the entire region.
As soon
It was
as you
either
said,
Starlies or Bidoofs.
I know it's the
Yeah.
wrong
All it
Pokemon,
was.
but when you said Bidoof, the one that came in mind was the water squirrel. The orange water squirrel with the backwards mohawk. It has kind of like a life
The
floaty around
otter
its
one.
neck. The otter, yeah. The otter. Yeah. What was the otter?
What's his name?
The otter with the...
Ash had him in one of his seasons.
Buizo.
Buizo, and what does he evolve to? Something with an S, right? He just gets taller. Is all he does. He just gets taller and gets a better hairdo.
You know how Pidgeys and Rattatas pissed off everyone in Pokemon Go? That was
Yeah.
Starlies and Bidoofs from me and
Yeah.
Pearl. I hated that shit. Because
Dude.
I would go so far and not one other Pokemon with a fucking Bidoof or a fucking Starly. It's like, get out of here. I already evolved you.
There's a point where I legitimately tried to catch them all in black and white, but I think I stopped after I it's because you know the seasonal ones, those Pokemon that show seasonal things.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get the deer. What was the deer ones in black and white?
Sasbook?
Yeah, Sawsbuck, those guys. I want to get the Sawsbuck dudes because they get into, they show, you know, every season, like obviously the winter one, they have like icicles or something. The spring one has I don't know what roses are called. It has flowers.
Like flowers.
Freaking flowers.
Flowers.
It's what does the fall one have? It's just brown, isn't it? And then the
Brown
summer one
leaves.
is like,
Luscious green.
yeah, luscious green, something like that. Point is, I wanted them, but after I didn't even get them all. I was just like, I'm getting sick and tired of having to go to different places just to find these stupid things. I'm not even gonna try to get them. I don't even remember what my team was. You don't know why? I was so sad because after I got such a good team in black and white, my mom was holding my 3DS because she was lending it to my brother one time, and she dropped it in the water,
Whoop.
ruining my 3DS and that copy of black and white. I had a level 97 shiny Suicune.
Rip.
That was my main dude.
I'm just happy I got a Ralts finally.
And I had a beautiful superior. She was great.
And then my DS broke in half.
Oof.
It still worked even though the screen was like hanging here, but I would have to like hold it a certain way, and then I lost it on a bus trip to San Antonio.
Dang.
It was on the
My
bus
DS.
because there was a hole in my fucking backpack that I didn't even know about, but somehow there's a hole and then my DS just fell out and it was somewhere on a bus. I wonder what lucky ass kid found it now. Congratulations, you have a broken.
You have half a DS.
You
Yeah,
got
but-
half a DS. What color was it?
It was red, but I had like a green skin around it just because I wanted like the like one of
Christmas
those-
look?
No, like I had you know the gel kind of like casings that you have for remotes. Where it's like a sleeve kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had one of those before the DS,
Mm.
and it was green just because I wanted like a cover for it, but I didn't want to put stickers on it
Mhm.
because I didn't want to mess up the beautiful red that it was.
Ooh, dude. Okay, so what's your 5 favorite starters?
In order?
Like,
Or can
yeah,
it be
give me a good solid top 5. If you can't give an
Ah,
order,
damn it.
that's totally okay. If you can't give an order, that's okay. Give me like a top 5. I'm going with grass starters because I'm basic and I know it's the worst ones, but it's okay because you know what? I love green and I'm willing to have to do some extra effort during the story just so I can get my favorite green guys.
But
First
which
of all,
five?
huh?
Which 5?
First of all, you got freaking Snivy. That thing is a beast. You want to know why? Because it looks at you dead in the eye and it tells you I'm gonna beat you up no matter how tiny I am. Because it's cool looking. Then you got Turtwig. You want to know why? Because it's cute, super cute. It's this tiny turtle with a little tree going out of its back. Turns into a giant tortoise when it's boo. And then I'm sorry, Bulbasaur's not in my top 5.
How dare you?
He looks cool, but
How dare you?
He just grows a flower.
just pulls the Bulbasaur from over there and
Give me
brings
my
it up.
Bulbasaur plush.
After that, what are the other ones?
Well, other grass stars, you have Chikorita.
Oh yes, Chikorita. She's also super cute. I got Chikorita's 3.
See, you also have Trico.
Never mind. Treecko's number 3 because you want to know why? He's the same reason for Snivy being number 1. These two can screw you and beat you up, steal your wallet, and leave you for dead
Dude,
in an
fucking
alley.
Sceptile, dude.
They're gonna leave you in an alley. Just because they didn't like you. The look that these guys give you right before they kill you is great. These Pokemon are bosses, and even though they're starters, they're going to kill you no matter what. That's why they're starters. And what's the other one?
Chespin, Rowlet.
Piplup?
Oh,
Piplup's
not
water.
Grass starter.
Oh, I thought you just lived off starters.
No, I want green starters.
Hmm.
Actually, you know what? If I'm completely honest, that's true. Piplup, because when I first got Diamond and Pearl, which was my actual first Pokemon game, I got Piplup. So, you know what?
Same.
Here we go. Snivy. I'm sorry. Snivy, Turtwig, Trico, Chikorita, and Piplup.
That one water and all those grass.
Have you seen Empoleon? He's a beast.
Empoleon is a beast.
Hilario,
I mean,
your
if it
top
works,
5.
it works. Cool. So my top 5.
Toop 5. Your Toop 5?
Toop 5.
What the heck is
Top-
a Toop?
Huh. Well, in no particular order,
In no particular order.
I would say for sure Bulbasaur.
Okay.
Piplup's a close second. Johto starters, I mean they're good, but I wouldn't say they're like my favorite.
Pokemon Johto! Pokemon Johto!
Same with Hoenn. I mean I did like Mudkip, but I wouldn't.
Oh, I forgot about the
put it
Hoenn ones. I like how everyone forgets about Totodile.
I mean Totodile's great. Totodile's definitely my favorite Johto starter, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
put it in my top 5.
Yeah. Mudkip.
Let's see. I really did like the new starter Grookey.
Oh, he's
Really favorite.
he's the
The grass monkey.
grass monkey, yeah. When they first announced them, they all look the same to me. They're all just skinny looking like lizard kind of things, but I know they're different. I know they're supposed to be different species, but they all look like the same kind of deal. Yeah, it's a grass monkey. It's a water lizard, right? A chameleon
Yeah,
thing.
like a water chameleon.
And then the fire is
fire bunny.
Oh yeah, Scorch Bunny, right?
Yep.
That was a lazy name. Anyways, go on.
I mean, it
Scorbunny.
works. It works.
You were saying?
So yeah, Bulbasaur, Piplup, Grookey. I would also say Fennekin.
That's fire starter, right?
Yeah, the Firefox.
Ooh.
Mozilla Firefox.
You know what I never understood? You know the Pokemon fighting game that they have? Pokken?
Pokken tournament.
Yeah, why do they use Fennekin's mid-evolution for that game instead of her final evolution? when everyone else has like either their final or some of them don't, or some of the other Pokemon.
Yeah.
There's only 2. It's like first stage, second stage. They use the final stage because that's the most powerful. But why do they use her middle stage instead of her final stage? That's what I don't get.
Interesting. Not sure.
Yeah. So what was your finalist? Is you got Bulbasaur, you got Piplup, and you got Fennekin.
Yeah, Grookey, Fennekin, and it's hard to pick a last one. But I guess I'll just go with Snivy. Snivy as well.
Like I said, Snivy can F y'all up. No, I'm just joking. Snivy's awesome. There's a reason. He looks like a boss. He or she, whichever one you get, because...
We'll get a plush of Snivy then already.
I haven't found one.
We don't
Look for one.
discriminate.
Someone could just mail me one. That'd be great.
Mail it to this address right here. We're doxing ourselves today.
No.
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 I'll just get a
Anyways.
bunch of hate mail.
No. Yeah, mainly hate mail. All right,
So
Cody,
funny. What?
your list?
What say you?
Chimchar is number 1 for nostalgia purposes. That was my first ever like dip into Pokemon, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like Pearl was my first game, so also Chimchar was my OP Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Out of every Pokemon I've ever had, he's the most OP that I've ever had. Plus Infernape is actually a pretty cool design. I like it.
Yeah.
So number 1 is Chimchar.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Charmander.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I grew up watching it. I never played it, but I grew up watching it, and I loved Charmander for the longest time. I wish I had my plushes right now. I have a Pikachu and a Charmander somewhere. Third place is Trico.
Mm.
Because, fuck yeah, dude. Grovyle and Sceptile. When I had the emulator on my phone, I would play, like, Pokemon. It was the Game Boy Advance emulator. I can't remember which gen that was.
Well, there were
Yeah.
several Game Boy
It was the one.
Pokemons.
It was the one with...
Third gen.
Yeah, it was the 3rd gen with Trico.
Yeah. And then?
And so Trico, I loved because he would just kill everybody in sight. It was amazing. And 4th would be Fennekin, just because it's a cute little fox. A little fire fox.
Cute little Firefox.
Yeah, it's a cute little
Just a
fire
little
fox.
fox.
What about 5?
5 is Litten, just because it's a little fire cat.
Oh, I forget about him. I just know his final evolution.
Yeah, his final evolution, I honestly don't like because it's just a really beefed up furry
Well,
I
it's
could see
a
that.
luchador. It's meant to be beefed up.
that shoots fire.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
beefed
from
up
its
furry that shoots fire.
Crotch. Shoots fire from his crotch.
Does he?
Yeah, you want to see its animations? It's like...
Play the GIF. Right here. The GIF right here.
Like
Censor
I said,
this area
I
because
haven't
it's not safe for
censored the
YouTube.
crotch.
I haven't been in Pokemon for a while, so like I said, I only know the incarnations that made it to Smash.
Although I will say, actually, no.
I mean, even in Smash, he kind of does that.
Actually, wait, no. 5th place is
Greninja's this freaking boss! Nah, alright, I'm done. Go on ahead.
5th place is actually a tie between Litten and the owl that's also a starter in that generation.
The owl with the bow tie.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Rowlet.
Yeah, Rowlet. Just because Rowlet's a derpy looking freaking owl,
It's just a little ball.
but evolves into like the most badass looking like final evolution of that generation. I will say.
Wait, is Chespin's a starter, right?
Yeah. X and Y.
Screw that guy. Dude, he just turns into a bush, doesn't he? A bush with legs.
Pretty much like a spiky little bush.
I'm
Editor.
sorry, Chespin. You got the short end of the stick. Your evolution suck.
Editor, put up a picture of a bush.
Not-
Wait, no,
That's
wait,
fine.
no, not that kind of bush. This kind of bush.
I'm not doing the first one.
No.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna put a picture of an upside down bush, and then you're gonna fix
Can't
it.
just flip it.
Just flip it.
How do you know that's not what I meant?
Yeah. Oh, we know exactly what you mean because you're stupid.
No, I always put a bush upside down. What?
What?
Yeah, man, I meant to put a bush upside down. What do you think I was thinking?
About? You want to know what kind of bush I was thinking about?
Our sponsor for today, Bush.
Bush.
Bush. Whenever you
It's just bush.
need some trimming done to your garden, call these guys. B stands for. B stands for
Brush.
Bestest.
for brushing off those bugs
What?
Crushing
For
the
R
bugs.
stands for eradicating.
Eradicate.
Eradicate.
Just burst out of the
U
bushes.
stands for unstoppable.
Uranium.
Unstoppable reed whackers.
What's
Unstoppable weed whackers.
Unsolvable weed whacker.
S stands for Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you? And
And the
H
bush.
Stands for.
and H stands for how?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Was anyone here actually into Sonic for a while?
I was for a little while.
Same.
I was
Yeah.
one of those cringy bastards that made their own OCs, but I wouldn't go too far with them like most people on DeviantArt are. You
Dude,
people know
the
exactly
Sonic-
who
the
you
Sonic
are.
Did you
OCs.
play? Did you
You
play
know
that?
exactly who you are.
Did any of you play that Flash game where you literally make your own Sonic character?
No, I
Nope.
played this one. There was like a Flash version of Smash Bros. And it had like a Sonic OC where it's just red Sonic but with a fucking sword.
What about Sonic X, the one where it had Mega Man characters, and it was basically like an anime?
I didn't play that one. The only like Sonic games I've played are Sonic Colors,
Sonic Colors is great. It's getting a remake.
Yeah.
and Sonic Racing, where they're on like actual like not the hoverboards that were trending like a few years back. No, I'm talking actual freaking levitating hoverboards, and it was awesome. And that's where I
Sonic-
met this one character.
The one on the GameCube, right? Or
It was on PlayStation 2 for me.
What about
I
Sonic?
played on the
What about
GameCube.
Sonic Generations? Do you
Sonic
play that one?
Gens?
Yeah,
I wanted to,
that
but I
was
never
pretty
played
fun.
it.
That was pretty fun. Did you play that one?
Dude,
no.
It's a short one.
Dude, Sonic Racing.
Sonic Racing.
Like Sonic Racing, but with the
Sonic
hoverboards.
Racing.
Was
Hoverboards.
Yeah, there's some game with the
There's a game with
hoverboards.
hoverboards.
I just want to play Mario and Sonic
That's
at
the
the
one I-
Olympic Games now.
That's the one I was telling you guys about.
Yeah.
That one introduced me to one of my favorite characters named Jet.
Oh
Jet.
yeah, Jet. It's kind of like
The bird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the bird.
he's a
The
parrot.
He's awesome. I saw him in that series.
say
And I was
he's
like,
a parrot.
oh my god.
hawk. I mean, it's kind of like a parrot, but
He
it's
looks more like a
hawk.
parrot.
He's a green hog.
You can't take
Yeah.
him seriously like a hawk, but look him like that, sticking goggles.
And then the albatross sidekick that he has is just like that.
yeah.
I will say, it was a tough call like back then, when, like me deciding between which is better, Amy or the chick bird that's with Jet and the other guy,
The purple one, right?
the pinkish purplish
Yeah.
bird one. Yeah.
You were a furry as a kid?
No. No. I wouldn't say I was afraid. I was just like,
No.
okay, cool. Which one's cooler? If I was in the Sonic universe, which one would I pick?
If this was a
gonna
dating
walk
sim,
off.
who would I go after?
Exactly. I will say, if you were one of those that's into Sonic, you had to have had like,
Oh.
you could have not been a furry and still actually had like a crush on one of them, because there's a lot of people like that.
What the? I don't know, man. I just know that everyone wanted to go fast and thought they could run fast, just putting their arms behind their
Oh,
back
yeah.
like Sonic.
Everyone wanted to go fast, all right?
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to go fast. Wanted to go faster, faster, faster,
Oh
faster,
no,
faster.
I thought of a really bad joke, but I'm not gonna
What
say
about? Did any of y'all do the Sonic Knights one where he was like a knight for some reason?
it. No.
Had a sword or
Oh,
something?
Oh no, there was one where Sonic is I think Unleashed, something?
Unleashed.
Where he was a freaking
Oh,
werewolf.
yeah, the werewolf. Yeah, I remember that one. That was just a platformer, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think so.
Something like that. All I know is that Sonic Colors was great. It was just great because not only was it basic levels where you had to not only platform, but sometimes you had to actually go fast, like in the traditional games. But there were certain areas that you couldn't enter because power-ups did not become available till later in the game. So sometimes, like at level 1,
had to
you
track
couldn't.
back.
Yeah, you had to track back. Like in the
Backtrack.
first world, you cannot.
I said that backwards.
You cannot make past like rank C or rank B because you don't get to go through every section of the level, or you don't get to do as many points that are required to get to ranks B or A. So for your first run of the entire game, you don't have that good of a score because some of the power-ups only become available after you backtrack and beat the end of the game. And it just made it, even though it's kind of like, it's forcing you to go back and do kind of stuff like that. Same thing happened with like games like Super Mario Galaxy. Things just don't become available till later in the game, even when you're at the end. Technically, you're at the end. You're beating the last world. There's still stuff that you have to go back for, like shooting stars or random things. Or Eli, do you remember when we were doing
Green
that?
stars.
Dude,
Those
yeah,
suck.
we had to. Me and him, we did a full playthrough of Super Mario Galaxy 2.
100% completion.
100% completion. We switched back and forth. If one of us died, we would just switch, and one of us would be the helping star, the other one would be Mario, and it was just annoying as all hell. The green stars, keeping track of all the shooting stars. Some of the levels were timed, others were races. Stupid monkey levels.
Yep.
Stupid monkey levels. But yeah. Especially the very last level where you're traversing through a bunch of obstacle courses. Timed, what's it, one life?
I think it's just like one
hit point. One hit point. And so as soon as you get hit, you're done. And so how I want to say we spent days, because that's when you were still working at our old job.
Yeah, like
so
maybe a good week.
A good week of just getting out of work, coming back home, getting on the Wii, and attempting to beat that game. Because it was so stinking hard.
Probably like 6 hours total.
Oh my god! Probably, yeah. It had to be like 6 hours of just run-throughs.
Just that one level.
One level took us that long, and you're saying it's just Mario. How bad can it be? It's 3D Mario.
Didn't we play Sonic Colors recently?
No,
we did. Yeah, at my place.
At some point, yeah.
We did.
But
you kept dying.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Well, yeah, the 2-player.
Yeah, it was the 2-player one.
I thought you meant the story. I was like, no, it's like we never played the story. We played the 2-player.
Yeah,
which is just platforming. Yeah, because I had lost my touch. It's been a long time since I played it.
Like legit, he would die, and then I'd be like, okay, I have to carry the whole level.
I want.
Sometimes I would die, and he would have to carry the whole level.
I want to play golf. Like I don't know what kind of game of golf. I just
golf with friends.
Either golf with friends. The new golf game that came out for Mario. I just want to play some. Yeah, there's
a Mario game.
There's a Mario golf. We should get that. That sounds like fun.
That'd be pretty fun.
Wait for me to pay my bills first.
How much is it? $60?
Likely.
Probably. It's a Nintendo game.
20. All right. We're getting Mario Golf. But yeah. I don't know. Every time I see a golf game, I just get nostalgia back to Wii. The Wii Sports, the generic Wii Sports that I only had like what? It was tennis, boxing, golf, bowling. And there's one more. Baseball. Yeah, baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
The boxing was a bunch of BS because there was no way you could formulate an actual strategy because it was just wailing your arms at the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
All the other ones at least had some form of like, okay, you had to swing or like move the Wiimote in some proper direction in order for you to get it right.
No, you know what I figured out?
Which one?
With the baseball, you can push 2 and switch it to the underhand pitch. And then if you push like any of the arrow keys, like while throwing, it switches like either toward the outside, towards the inside, or you can do a screwball if you push A, or a curveball if you hold down B.
What?
Like,
well, yeah, I mean that's what it says in the directions.
I didn't read the directions. I just went in on it.
Same.
Dude, all I know is I would always get a home run.
Dude, for reals, I was like, yay!
I always like the announcer. That's nice.
No, I'm bowling. Nice shot. Nice throw.
Shot. My favorite part in bowling is just purposely tossing that bowling ball back at the people. And everyone's like, whoa!
Yay!
We need to play Wii bowling.
Dude, I have my Wii. I just need to bring it over.
I have my Wii. I have my Wii U. I can
bust
it out. And I have a bunch of Wiimotes.
It's the better Wii. I get it now.
Look at all the Wiimotes I have. I have like 4 Wiimotes. I could just buy it off the Nintendo eShop right now. We could play.
You sound like an e-girl trying to say remotes. Wiimotes.
Wiimotes.
Wiimotes. Look at my emotes.
Can I get some Wiimotes?
The remotes that came with the Wii. You got that? Not trying to say Wiimotes or remote or some kind of Wii. Remote. Wii. Remote.
We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We broke him.
Remote.
We got him.
Why is there a penny on the floor?
Need a penny.
There's a dime too.
I'm pretty sure if we were to scavenge like all the coins around the house, we'd easily get like $5.
Yep.
I like how there's always
all the loose change we collect.
Yeah.
All the tips people leave us.
Also, like all the people who like It's happened to me too, where like I leave a couple coins in my work pants, and after I pull them out of the dryer, they just fall out of the dryer, and I'm like, oh look, I had 50 cents in my pocket. Nice.
I thought you said cents don't matter, Omar.
Huh?
I thought you said cents don't matter, Omar.
Not when you're saying how much you made today. That doesn't. I don't care about the cents of how much you made. I care about the whole earned 100% dollars. You want to know why? Because one time a table left me 1 cent, so I hate saying cents when it comes to how much I made in a given day. Even though, like, let's say I made like, today I made $50.70. I'm not gonna say the 70 cents. It's not a dollar yet. I'm just gonna say it's $50. That's how much I made. You know?
$50.
$50. Yeah. I'm not like you that has to specify. Oh, I made $41.37. 20 on card and 11 and 37 on the actual cash.
It was 41.87 today, sir. Thank you very much.
Actually.
And 20 on cash, the rest on card.
Somebody kill this man.
Oh yes, please kill me.
No, never mind. Hug him with
That's what he
affection. He
wants.
hates affection. Somebody
No.
send him fan mail. Can
No.
somebody please send him
No.
like write the best comments in the
No.
comments, like give him praise because he hates it. Make him vomit with how much care and affection you give Cody.
No.
Hilario, tell him you care about him.
No. Cool.
What is wrong with you?
He just whispers into the mic.
Wait, was that you?
No.
I was like, I was sure that was Cody.
I wanted to
When
know.
I was waiting for that, but you never did. I was like, he's gonna do it. Screw it, I'm gonna do it.
Dear God, somebody help me.
R/dying inside right here. Oh, I know it's R/watch people die inside.
Watch
There you go.
people.
I need to get to that Digimon game. Did I tell you about it?
I need to buy Halo.
Did I tell you about it, Hilario?
Nope.
I found this, I was on Steam one time and I was checking out games that I would want to play after I'm done with Jedi Fallen Order because I need to finish that and I also need to finish Star Wars, The Old Republic. But regardless, I like RPGs. RPGs are one of my favorite games, which is why I did my toes into Pokemon and all that. But regardless, I found this RPG game that has Digimon and like a whole other franchise mixed in together. And it's like the story, okay, from what I got from the trailer, it's that there's this guy and he gets hacked and he gets framed for something that he didn't do, and so he has to go into the digital world to clear his name, but along the way he finds some cool Digimon, and I like Digimon, and I want to play Digimon in Minecraft.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I see.
says the blind man.
But which one of us is the blindest?
Probably the one that still needs his glasses in order to function, because you have some but you don't need them. You wish you had some but you don't want them. Wait,
I don't need them.
you wish you had them but you don't need them. Pause.
Wait, I just like that. Wait, I would so do a zoom in on your face in that, and then have like the equations. It's like, wait, no, you would.
I'll figure it out. I know which one you got now.
It's amazing.
I'm gone.
Why'd you fart?
I'm not coming back.
Come back.
I'm not coming back. Go back to my seat if you guys stop doing that.
All right,
that's
guys.
impossible. We can't stop being gay.
We live in this household for a reason. Everyone in this household is gay. You know this.
Just because I care about you guys, I'll come back to the show, and because half of the name of the show is me.
We have to be in every show. Both. Of
Not
us.
really. Okay, how many letters is the CodeO-cast?
CODEOCAST 4. I mean 9.
No, 4.
Fart.
So 9 letters, and my name takes up 1 letter out of the 9.
Mine takes up 4.
I am 1/9 of a show.
Guess when you put it that way.
What's 4 out of 9?
No, Laura, let me look it up. 1/9. What's 1/9? 1 divided by 9. I am 0.11% of the show.
I'm 0.36.
He's at least 3 times more than in the show than I am. What's the other 60%? And we're 40% of the show.
The cast.
Gay.
Who the heck is the cast?
Me.
You're 60% of the show.
Any of our guests are 60% of the show because we can't host for.
Excuse me? I like to think I do. Oh, no, I do a terrible job.
You've seen the episodes I've hosted. They went terribly. The first one with Jesus was awful.
Yeah, that one
There's
was
so
fun.
much awkward silence, too, because he gave me a Q&A topic when we only had, like, 1 or 2 questions.
Nice.
There's nothing I could have worked off of. I'm 0.36 of the show, guys. I'm a little bit over a third of the show.
So how does it feel, Eladio? You're 60% of our show.
Dang.
You're part of the 60%?
It feels alright, I guess.
Just okay. This show's not even that great. That's why he says it's okay.
What are
you trying to say?
You think it's an honor?
What are you trying to say? I work hard for this show.
I regret finishing my quesadilla.
What?
I regret finishing my quesadilla after that.
Why'd you
I need
finish it?
something to eat it.
Why'd you finish it so fast?
Because you always complain about me eating slowly. I thought I'd eat faster once.
That was eating fast.
That was eating while talking in the podcast.
It's pretty fast.
For the amount of time I would actually like be willing to like talk, or if I was like thinking about something for a second, I'm not just gonna be like,
I think that's why you're okay with cold food. You take so long, your food gets cold.
no, I'm okay with cold food because I've had way worse.
Yeesh.
I food poisoned myself one time. I can't remember what I ate, but I remember as a kid, I food poisoned myself one. I don't even remember what happened. All I know is that the next day I was puking like awfully.
You should try to enjoy your food while it's hot. Like I'm pretty sure when
I'm
pretty sure when we went to that ramen and bar place, your ramen was probably cold.
Oh no, it was still hot.
I don't believe you.
It was hot, dude.
Oh, that's hot.
For his standards,
Oh,
it was
that's
still
hot.
pretty hot.
That ramen was great. That was really, really good.
Sponsored by that place. Put up
No,
a picture.
if only we were sponsored by that place, but I'm sure we're not.
Sponsored by Pikachu over there.
It's sponsored by Pikachu because you don't know when you need a chew.
Pikachu alone.
You don't know when we need a Pikachu. What?
Shut up.
Give me a Pikachu.
Wasn't there like a controversy in China that they tried to change the name of Pikachu to something else and people started getting mad?
Yeah, but I can't remember what they were like. Actually, like, why? Did
Yeah,
I can't remember why though.
Yeah,
I
because
think they just wanted to make its name more universal.
Ah, okay.
'Cause I think originally it had a different Japanese name compared to its English translation.
Okay.
Ow.
Well, I got scared. I thought the door opened. But yeah.
But I don't know exact details.
Because it's not Pikachu everywhere, right?
No, nowadays it is. Like, it's Pikachu everywhere.
Okay. And what did it used to be in China?
That, I don't know.
Dude,
You're not being sneaky. We can all hear it.
I'm trying to keep it as far away from the mic as possible. I'm not trying to be sneaky.
It's not working.
Okay, fine. There.
Just because we tell him it's bad, he decides to make it worse. We're gonna
I do it just to spite you.
when
that's
Cody
why.
becomes an adult, his boss is gonna be like, "Hey man, you're not doing a good job here.
When I become an adult, I'm legally an adult.
Your guitar your
When
gu-
you become an adult.
when Cody's a responsible adult in his life. Whenever he's got a job, his
whenever
boss
that day
his,
When I got a job, I already have a job.
his boss is gonna walk in and be like, "Bro, your guitar ensemble is not doing that great today." And he's
Yeah,
like,
it's
"Oh,
fucking
you know
fine.
what? Everybody turn your guitars around. We're playing with the other hand today."
Just to spite your ass. Get out of my classroom.
Gives you the pink slip at the end of the day.
All right, that's fine. I can work with this asshole at a restaurant. Suck an egg, loser.
I'm not staying at a restaurant for the rest of my life.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I want to be a teacher. The only reason I've been there so long because it's an easy job.
That's just not easy.
Huh?
For you it is, because you've been there for 3 fucking years.
Yeah, how do you think I dealt with it? Because I just had to learn.
Yeah.
It takes time to get accustomed to a certain place. I mean, you're not going to figure it out within the month. It takes you time. I mean, that's how it was. I used to be the bad.
Also, you're stronger than me, too, so of course most of the tasks are going to be easier for you.
What does strength have to do with anything?
They're trash!
What about it?
I can't throw it out for shit by myself. And you're like, oh, it's so easy. Look at this. It's so fucking light. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This shit's not light.
Well, I mean, if you
Look at my arms.
if you use the right technique,
fucking sticks.
if you use the right technique,
Bullshit. I tried your knee technique earlier today. I did it, but my fucking shirt was all dirty afterwards because it fell on me.
I don't think you did it quite right.
Oh yeah, just hold it on your knee. Just use it with your knee. I'm like, fucking goddamn, this is heavy as hell. Omar, you how do you fucking do this?
I mean, you take a breath, and you go hup, and while it's resting on you, just take another breath. You're like, you're slowly pushing it upwards till your hands are pushing it from the bottom.
Oh,
and then
slowly.
You swing, then you go shoom.
You can do it slowly. I have to do everything fucking fast, or else I get my ass chewed out by the manager.
Oh,
Literally.
No. God no.
are you okay? So next week's gonna be your last week.
Finally.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna like break everything on your last day?
Just like grab all the freaking 3 buses there and like
Shove them in your mouth.
Dude,
Yeah.
legit, just give the worst service possible on your last day.
Honestly,
So even if you ever need that job again, there's no way they would rehire you.
fuck you, get out.
Even
Here's
then,
your food.
dude, there's a lady that's in a high position in the company. She basically in a Mexican way, in words wise, the easy way to put it is that she gave the middle finger to the boss, like the owner, and they still hired her back. So, to me, I feel like no matter what you did on your last day, as long as they need people, they're gonna stick you back in there. If you really,
I have documentation.
I mean, at the end of the day, they can always reject you. There's people with papers that we've rejected.
Mm.
There's people who just don't look like they want to work, or because we'll give anyone a chance. That's the thing. A lot of jobs will give people
We'll
chances.
give anyone a chance, but we also rejected a few people, so that's technically not true. We don't give anyone a chance.
I guess so. But the thing is, how do
Got
you give a chance to someone who doesn't even want the chance in the first place? You get me? Like, there's some kids who walk in who their parents are forcing them to get a job. There's people who like,
you can tell.
yeah, there's some people that like walk in and it's like, I've been applying everywhere and I really want this job, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. There's times literally where I've seen a guy. This happened. You weren't working there yet, but a guy walked in shirtless, holding his shirt in his hand with sunglasses, and he sat with his back all sweaty on a chair to fill out a stinking application, and someone had to lend him a pen. I'm glad it was not me, because that guy looked like he was going through something, and yeah, it was not nice having a sweaty man just walking shirtless.
Dang.
And so, yeah, it was pretty weird. So I'm saying, like, there's
Did
times
you enjoy
where
the view though?
no, none whatsoever. I'd rather deal with the guy who had his phone flashlight out for 20 minutes while he was waiting for his to-go order and laugh at that guy than have to look at this guy filling an application shirtless. I don't even know.
Wait, there's a guy with like a flashlight on for 20 minutes.
Yeah, this guy comes in for a to-go order and he's like, "Yeah, I'm here for my
Has
order."
his flash on.
Yeah, he has the flash on his phone on, and I didn't notice till he sits down and he's just on his phone, and the flash is just on, and he's just like this. And I'm like, it looks like because he was just holding it like this, so it kind of looked like if he were recording, but he wasn't, because at one point he literally he's like doing this, and you can see his phone, but it's not. So this guy literally had no idea that his flash was on the whole time until like a few minutes before his order comes out. I walk away to go do something. I come back and his flash is already turned off, and he's just like goes back to looking at it. Like, you could tell he was embarrassed.
Like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see the light.
I see the light.
Sorry if I was screaming this whole episode. I got all the weirdos this week at work.
Oh yeah.
Don't you hate when
Tell
you have
us about that,
weirdos?
Omar.
All right.
Let your rage spew out. I want to see this.
Nah, yeah, I mean, basically, one of them, one day there was this guy who had called in a phone order, and now you have to pay over the phone at our restaurant, so it's more of an inconvenience for people, and some people, respectfully, they don't want their information, they don't want to give their exact credit card number and information to businesses, because maybe they're afraid of identity theft. It's completely fine. I mean, it's your card. You do what you want with it.
Dude,
But some people take it badly.
Hang on. That reminded me of a call where this chick literally called in, and the last place she gave her credit card information, because you have to pay over the phone, like you said, was the last place where she used her card was at the restaurant. And then somehow, some way, somebody used her card to buy something.
Yeah.
And she called us to see who might have done that.
Who leaked it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, like Cody said, it's completely plausible, and while I'd like to believe no one at our place would do so, you never know. Okay, so I mean, I respect if people want to say no to that. That and phone calls take time away from you on to a table. So if anything, I prefer it. So there's this guy who calls in. I didn't take this call. Someone else took the call. And what they told them, they were done with the order. They were done with everything. And they were like, it'll be about 15 to 20 minutes. This guy walks in on the 5-minute mark. And he's just like, where's my food? But once my coworker, she says, it's not out yet. I give it a little time. And he just starts complaining about that we're not at the same operations that we used to be. Basically saying, why are you guys charging me over the phone? This is an inconvenience. And then now I'm coming here and you guys are saying that my food's not ready. And so he's giving my coworker all this stuff because, she said one thing and he heard another thing. So now it's all this communication just bottling up into this, not confrontation, but it's an argument that doesn't need to happen. So I don't get in his face or anything, but I just tell him, sir, what do you want? Like, I literally told him what he wanted because he's still literally taking our time. I was like, what do you want? He's like, I'd like my food, if not my refund. I'm like, would you like what do you want? What do you want me to help you with? And he's like, well, I would like my money back since I'm not getting my food. I'm like, all right, sure. So I'm walking into the kitchen to tell my manager to give him a refund. And he already has his food ready. Like, food's already packed up and everything. I'm like, okay. I walk out with the food and I tell him, like, it's ready. And he's like, and he starts, as I'm walking out, he's still, like, trying to, like, not belittle, but he's still going at it with my coworker for no reason. While she was just, like, thinking this interaction's over, he's still going at it. And I'm just like, sir, there's no need for this. Do you want your food or not? And he's like, yeah, I would like my food. And so I gave it to him, and he literally extends his hand out, and he's like, this is my name. I'm at your service if you ever need me. And I'm like, thank you, leave. Like, in my mind, I was like, in my mind, I was like, please leave. I don't want to deal with you anymore. But in person, I actually just said, okay, thank you. And that was it.
Yeah, I was there for that one, I think. Yeah, that was the one that I saw you, right?
Yeah, and then the other time, the following day, the literally following day, this lady believed that I was being sarcastic with her for no reason. And for context, it's a family of like 5, 2 kids, a teenager, a grandma, and the mom. And the mom just brought this family for the kids to eat, just the younger kids. The teenager and the grandma were not hungry. But the grandma, for some reason, thought I was being sarcastic to her for no apparent reason. And she was hollering. She's screaming the whole time. Like, she has to scream in order to be heard for some reason. And so I am near the counter, which is about, from where Cody's standing, she is about a few feet from where I'm at, maybe like a couple feet that way. And she screams, hey, why are your tacos so greasy? Like, in that tone. And I'm just like, that's how they make them, in that tone back. I give her the same tone back because I was just done with her. She was just being rude to everyone at this point. And she was like, what'd you say to me? And so I walk up to her, and we're just talking it out. Like, she thinks that I was being rude for him from the beginning, which I wasn't. She was just being rude to me for some reason. And so
I've been a waitress all my life.
Yeah, she even pulled that one. Like, I've been a waitress all my life and all that. And so basically trying to tell me how to do my job. And I was, at the end, I didn't want to deal with her anymore. So I was just like, well, ma'am, I meant no disrespect. I was not trying to be sarcastic. That's how I talk. If you'd like, I'm sorry. In my mind, I was like, she doesn't deserve to be apologized to. But, miscommunication can happen. I totally understand that. Sometimes I can be different with my tone with people. Maybe I wasn't having maybe I just sounded sarcastic. I don't know at the end of the day. So maybe I was at fault. I don't know. But I'd like to believe that she was not in her right to treat me that way regardless. So I just said, I'm sorry. She said, whatever. And from the rest of the time that they were there, I was just speaking to the daughter, because at the end of the day, guess who was paying? The daughter. So they didn't leave me a tip. I didn't expected them not to, regardless. So for some reason, I kept getting all the weirdos this week. I even got a gentleman who got this happens all the time, by the way. I got a gentleman who got mad because we're not selling beer at the moment, and so he stormed off. And the reason I got mad at this guy was because as he was storming out, he hit a little baby carrier that was holding a baby inside. He almost could have knocked the baby off of the chair that was holding the baby and onto the floor.
Dang.
So just because of alcohol, this guy decides it's okay to just storm out of a restaurant and potentially injure an infant.
Did the baby's parents do anything?
The lady was back turned, and the baby was right here in the center spot, outward, and the gentleman was at the restroom. So by the time she realized what happened, all she sees is the baby, like, the holder just shake like this. But by the time she had any, like, reach to, like, put it back into a stable spot, they had already walked out.
Dang.
And the gentleman was in the restroom, so she was just like in fear and just she was just happy that the baby was okay, nothing else. So for some reason, I got all the weirdos this week, and typical stuff. Usually, I have those kind of interactions maybe once every 2 weeks. We don't get a lot of weird people, but for some reason this week, every day I had something going on. I'm just grateful that yesterday it was raining all day, so I didn't get any weirdos. But yeah, it was a heck of a time.
Dude, I legit was like so ready to go over to where you and our coworker were and ask you exactly what's happening, so like I could try to like help you out in that, like the one where he's just giving shit to her. Like I was so tempted to just go over there. I'm like, no, I already see that it's kind of resolving a little bit. I'm just gonna take care of my order. And then with the dude, you want to know what our manager told us after I told him about like the chick that's told you I've been a waitress all my life?
Yeah.
As soon as I told him that line, he was like, "Well, congratulations. What do you want, a medal?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god."
It's honestly the
people like that.
Dude,
yeah, people think just because they've been a server, they think they know everything when it's not the same. Like being a server,
You may have been a waitress your entire life, but you were never a waitress at this restaurant.
Yeah, because like
it's different.
Being a waitress at Denny's is different from being at a waitress where we work. Being a waiter at Olive Garden,
more or less.
at Olive Garden is way different from being somewhere like freaking Gordon Ramsay's freaking what's it called, restaurants. It's everywhere is different because there's different rules, there's different standards, and the food depending on the food that you serve determines the way that your service is going to be, whether it's very excitable, very formal, or just flat out ridiculous, because depending on the theme of the restaurant, sometimes you have to be overly nice, overly mean, or sometimes there's a stick to it. So I think I've heard of a restaurant where you're meant to be not screamed at, but the whole shtick of the restaurant is that everyone's mean to you.
Oh, a student and maid cafe?
Stuff like that, yeah. Maid cafes, depending on where you work, things are different. So just because you've been in a line of work doesn't mean that you know everything about that line of work.
Dude, exactly. Like, this isn't my first time being a waiter.
Yeah.
But the difference here is that where I was a waiter before, I was the best waiter there. But
Because
over
you were the
here...
only...
No.
I'm joking.
But over here, I'm the worst waiter there, or I'm one of the worst.
It's a different set of standards.
It's very, very different.
Very, very different.
Plus, there's a lot more responsibilities to do at where we work right now than there was where I was.
Yeah. So, Hilario, closing thoughts?
Well, just about the whole sarcasm thing. Like, that happens to me too, since I tend to have like a mellow, soft voice. Like, people think like, oh, I don't care, or like I'm giving them like sarcasm or anything.
I'm just saying, we don't have to be happy all the time.
I mean, it's not that I'm not happy or enjoying my job. It's just like, that's the way I sound. That's the way I talk.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you want me to do? Extract my vocal cords and replace them with a new one?
So yeah, like for me especially, like that's the biggest complaint. It's like, why is he so rude, or why is he so like he doesn't care? It's like, it's not that.
It's not that I don't care. It's like some people just sound that way.
I just have a mellow voice. That's
Yeah.
it.
Dude.
I don't know. It's because people expect for you to walk up and be like, "Hey guys, how's it going?
on the
My
mask."
name is Omar, and I'll be your server today. Here are your menus. What can I get you to drink?"
No, dude, Omar can attest to this. There was one day this week where I was just done. I had it. I wanted to leave. And what happened that day also was, like, this was just a nail in the coffin for me that day. I took an order over the phone, and their phone, like, at the beginning was kind of breaking up a little bit, so I didn't hear what she said, and she spoke in Spanish. So I was just like, I'm sorry, what was that? And then she said, I want to speak to the man, and right before she could finish, some freaking asshole in her car was like, come on, bro. You guys are called Taqueria Mexicana. You don't even speak Spanish. I'm like, all right, well, fuck you, too. All right, bet. So I'm just like, look, what happened was I didn't hear what you said first. But if you want to speak to the manager, I can go get him right away. And I started giving him like a little bit of sarcasm and tone. I was like, fuck you too, man. But I didn't want to say it because, well, I represent the company.
Yeah.
Like, legit, there's a lot of stuff I want to say, but we represent the company.
I mean, just to close off, I've had slight confrontations, just slight, but I don't push the limit of like cursing or anything, because that's just kind of not the person that I want to be.
I would.
The thing that I've done the worst is that a lady called because she was complaining that why could I not give her a refund on her order if what we gave her was a food item with an allergen to her kid. She was like, okay, I run my own business and I can give refunds within the day through card. which is, I don't know how that would work if, even with big businesses.
It's not within the day because they take a while
Yeah,
to get the money
exactly.
back into your account. Like, you can do it in the same day, but the money won't actually be there until like the following day. Or
Obviously. So what I was telling her is, like, if you give me your information, which is your name and your phone number, I can have our supervisor call you back, and then we can settle things out more formally and not through here on the phone, because I'm just a server. I can't really help you out. And then she was like, why, like, over and over. She was just giving me the why treatment like a 2-year-old. And then at the end I was just like, ma'am, if I could have given you a refund, do you think I'd still be talking to you right now? And so that's when she shut up, and she was just like, and I was like, if anything, I would have loved to give you a refund right now. That way I wouldn't have to had this issue with you. I'm so sorry that we caused this, but please, will you work with me? If you do, we can get you your money back. If not, why are we having this conversation? And then she was just like, well, I would just give you my information. And that's where it ended. I'm like, thank you. I got the name, phone number, and that's it.
People want more.
Yeah, they do want more. And then when they see that they can't get it, it's like, oh, well, that's it.
It's like, if I could give you a refund, I would have done it by now, so I don't have to deal with their bullshit.
It's true.
Yeah, and that is not our jobs as servers to do that.
We just take your food.
What we're supposed to be doing as servers is just taking your food. We put in the order and we take your food. That's it. But where we work, it's a lot more than that, because sometimes we need more beans. So one of us refills the beans. We need more ice in the soda machines. We need to get more ice. We need to constantly clean the bathrooms and stuff because we don't have a janitor. We bust our own tables too. We don't have like somebody that goes around each table busting tables.
Mm-hmm. Sticking Danny's.
I mean, even then, like, I still bust my own tables. I still have to mop and sweep, refill ice, stuff like that.
Dang.
I envy restaurants
like,
we have
a
bus system.
Not a bus system, but like
it's an actual bus.
It's a bus
with Denny's on it.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
Yeah, we have a dishwasher, but at the same time, he's not the janitor or busboy either.
Yeah.
I envy restaurants with like busboys and janitors, because that means less responsibility for the servers, and we can actually focus on just what we're supposed to be focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
Was that in frame? There you
go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've let out frustrations I didn't know we had today.
I should have bought alcohol for this. No. This is gonna happen.
Yeah, well, probably for next time.
I'm a terrible role model. Do not listen to me. Listen to him. He's an angel. Look at him.
How's it going?
Look at him.
Look at that face.
I watch anime, I ride scooters, and I have no self-esteem, but I'm a
trumpet
player.
Waifus.
Waifus and a trumpet player here at your services. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of the CodeO-cast. Hope you learned anything, because I certainly didn't.
Hope we were supposed to be educational?
I guess.
Never educational.
All I learned is that their Pokemon has a timeline. I weirdly have respect for a lot of Pokemon starters. And
we hate our jobs.
And we hate our jobs. That's the consensus. We all hate our jobs. Anyways, thank you much for watching. Check out all the other videos that we have on our CodeO-cast channel. Yes. Go check out the Dig channel, because there's some great funny stuff going up on there. And ring that bell to let you know when stuff comes up. This comes out every Thursday, so it's gonna be there. Whether it's late or not, it's gonna be there. So anyways, I've been Omar. That's a Blanc toothpick, and this is red.
A man of culture.
This is red from another. This is blue from another universe.
I see.
And we'll see you next time on the next episode of the CodeO-cast. Get up.
It just cuts up to that. Get up.
Leave.
No. Good job, gentlemen.
What are you still doing here? Go away.
Yeah, no, I